I just had such a good idea. I was thinking, are we ever going to have an Assassin's Creed and in Second World War? And I was thinking, you always have the soldiers, right? Second World War, you always play as a soldier. Always. Every game. But what if the assassin was not a soldier, but it's in a city where there are soldiers? But the assassin is also in that, in that place. But he's an assassin, but he's not a soldier. But it is in a place in World War II. Wouldn't that be awesome? I just had an idea. Okay, goodbye. Okay, I'll just turn off the dialogue. I wish the dialogue between father and son in here will never occur. And so I'm gonna turn it off. Options. And I'll just turn off this too. Really don't like how this conversation. Father is an asshole. Okay, this way. He's an unreasonable asshole that doesn't deserve the respect of his son. I know, even in the religious books, they say. See, my body. It makes my body has to almost puke when I say that. But hello. Hello. There's no reason for him to do like that. Because that father probably didn't even teach Connor that type of respect to give to people. I think that is disgusting. I think that is disgusting that you can then use the respect, the your birthright father, the respect that you get as a father, as a birthright, that you then use that to sort of like expect your son to treat you with respect that you did not teach him. I think that's so disgusting. So yeah, my body was even like almost starting to like puke off my controller to say that is not good what you say, but if my father would act as him, he would get beat up, he would get bullied somewhere. I also don't agree with that. You know, I wish my father was just more active in his own life, that he just undertakes more things, he just goes to do more things. That is what I wish. But, you know, like when it comes to interaction between son and father, I think to just start using your son as someone you can annoy, and then get your son to shout at you, because your son really cares about you, right? And then you're like, well, you know, your son almost wants to, like in GTA 5, when Michael just gets the TV of Jimmy and just rips it off the wall, like that the son actually wants to do that to his father's TV. He's like, listen to me. Like, and then, you know, you almost rip the TV off the wall, and then your father says, well, that was good banter. That is how this father, like, he you know, he treats his son. It's like, well, that was good banter. Well, I almost ripped your TV off the wall. So I don't think this is a good way that father and son should be, and I don't think that this should be how father and son should be. Okay, father and son shouldn't be some, you know, running through a it shouldn't be that happy either. I know, because all these things, it's typical bad father. Stop making me. So that, you know what? I'm too angry to record the rest of this video. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I just don't think that is how it should be. And in Red Dead Redemption, it's also the same thing in Red Dead Redemption 1. I think this is not how it should be. I think Red Dead Redemption is really good at father and son, but there's one little thing. There's like when John Marston is at home with Jack, and Jack's talking about a book. I think the banter in Red Dead Redemption 2 is, you know, quite funny, you know. He's like, stop reading those books. The only problem is like how much you look up to your father, right? So you like listen to him. You know, my father said, "Why didn't you just stop PlayStationing?" You know, I had to laugh because he gave me the PlayStation. That was really funny. But you know, um, but this one thing of Red Dead Redemption um, is when they're sitting in the living room, and it's like, so what are you reading? And then Jack starts talking. So it's about this and this. And then John Marston looks at him while Jack is like literally talking about the book. And starts playing this song in his head, like, and then the song goes away, and then Jack, you know, like, or Abigail walks in, and then he starts hearing again. So while his son is talking, there's this song that just goes over in his head, and he doesn't hear what his son says. And I see this in real life too. When I start to talk to my father, you know, he gets angry at a certain point when I literally start calling him a fucking asshole because he's not listening. I learned that from GTA 5. I learned that from GTA 5, I guess. I guess that's all also why I always wanted to rip the TV off the wall. Um, I just take these things from video games. And they happen while they're, they're sort of like programmed into me, because I do them and I already forgot about the video game. Then I play a video game and it's in a video game. Like, I wanted to rip the TV off the wall. I wanted to, like Jimmy says, Dad, you're such a fucking asshole. Those type of things. But when you have like a Red Dead Redemption, he listens to his son, but there starts a song playing in his head, and he doesn't hear what he says. So in real life, it's like I'm talking to my father, talking more. And the annoying thing is, so he doesn't listen, but then for some things, he's like, yeah, son, I'll go along with everything that you like. So like, yeah, of course, yeah. So there is a part, because of that part, I want to keep talking. I want to show him more things that he reacts to, right? That is what it was. And that's like in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's in Red Dead Redemption 2. Um, sometimes it's like, well, you go ahead, like he said those things. So what it all, if put together, it's like your father doesn't listen to me, to you. Father doesn't listen to me when when I talk to him. This song starts playing in his head. Um, but then at certain point, so he doesn't get annoyed, but he also does. I would appreciate it so much if he would just say like, okay, what you're saying right now is so boring. You know, that is that is just not interesting to me. You know, um, or yeah, just something like that. One thing that I would appreciate that only I have had to find out is, you know, is saying when you start talking, somewhere to have like you started at the beginning, now you're at the end of your speech, but the beginning did not have anything to do with the end, and you didn't, like, it stopped, the subject changed in the middle of your story, and you did not make it complete. If someone said that to me, I would appreciate it so much. No one really did, but yeah, so that no one did that ever. I had to figure that out on my own. But with my father, it's just like some things he goes along with. It's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, and oh, a song, yeah. Oh, and then we start doing those things. But then in other parts, he just lets you talk. So you're just talking. I don't know when it's enough, and he didn't show me either. And those type of things, that's so annoying. But so now I just choose to not talk to him because it's just gonna be he has, you know, like just as in Assassin's Creed 3, we're gonna like almost tear each other. I'm almost gonna smash my own laptop or something. That's what I did also once I'm talking to him. Uh, you know, because he was so explosively, you know, saying things to me. But there was actually not a problem at all. And I just got angry because he was angry at me. He, you know, he put his arms in the air, all these things. I could, if he said it calm, I could have said like, no, it's no problem. You know, there's no problem. Look, it's fine. But he screamed at me. I got so angry because, yeah. So I smashed on laptop, and then he said like, leave, you know, and you know, like all this aggressive wanting to terrorize someone, want to, you know, those type of things. It's ridiculous, and yeah, I don't know. Uh, when you I delivered. He asked me to do something. I delivered excellent results, but then it was like Assassin's Creed. Like, couldn't you do any better? Or is this literally it? I literally I yeah I gave I'm sorry. I gave such a good result, and yeah, those type of things. It's just not a very good. It doesn't work. So I'm not going to him till that, you know, I'm not going to him. Yeah, those type of things. I don't want to see these characteristics in my father. That doesn't make any sense. If my father takes on characteristics from video games, well, let me tell you, my father was a way better person before all these video games. My father, before Assassin's Creed 3, because I see this banter thing and how he talks, see back in my father. My father was a way better person before Red Dead Redemption. Because I also see John Marston in him. My father was a way better person. He was more loose. He wasn't boring. He still wanted to go to the park. He did things like, look, I want to get a fish today. Oh, a dog, you know. My father was like, have you guys heard of this mystery, chupacabra? You know, like all these things. Um, you know, he showed us horror movies to make us scared. Now he's just like, uh, let's just watch whatever. Yeah, if they're not scared movie, of course they're not scared. They have watched so many movies. You know, he doesn't look up. He doesn't want something to change something. It's so boring, extremely boring. But then he has these moments where he just gets explosive, and really you know, just, you know, those type of things. It's just, so yeah, that is all since Red Dead Redemption, and it is since um Assassin's Creed 3, when he took on those characteristics from these fathers. But before that, he was way more fun. I don't see the benefit in his own life, or in my life, or in my sister's life, or in anyone's life, that the characteristics of the games really have. Because before the games, he was way, he was, you know, he was more daring. He did more things. Uh, he was, he, there was more wonder in him. You know, more things to discover. He wanted to discover things. He wanted to do things. Those type of things. That is what I have about the characteristics.